Hey y'all. So today is a special day. I'm in the studio almost solo. I don't have Marcus with me today, but I do have two very special ladies that are in my life. So two of my very bestest friends, even though I told Marcus he's my bestie only, but two of my very good friends, Joye and Natalie, are here today. And we're going to just shoot the shit, you know, have a little girl talk. Y'all know when Marcus is out of town, I like to...
It's girls' night.
It's girls' night. Like to live it up with the girls. So we're not in the club. No. We will go to dinner after this, I'm sure. But
that's our new club.
That's our new
club.
That's
2023 and so forward club.
I mean,
it's dinner.
It's dinner. Like when you're 35. Ooh, how old are you, Joy?
Ooh. She's not there yet.
When you're 30,
she's not there yet.
When you're 30 to 40, you don't go to the club anymore. You go
to the club.
30 up. 30 and up. You just go to dinner. It's no shaking ass in the club. It's no none of that.
None of that.
I never knew how to shake my ass.
This was you.
I'm trying to be a wife.
All right, claim it, sis. Claim it. That's her little thing.
What is this again?
It's tea. Razani taught me that.
Shout out to Razani.
That's my book.
So these are my girls right here. So I'll let them like introduce themselves if they want to say, give a little tidbit or say something spicy about themselves. Y'all have the floor.
Okay, well, naturally, the Swedish Joy. T-H-E, because why do people ask if it's the ghetto way? The.
That's what you
mean.
No, the Swedish Joy Logan. With an E. Who says that?
Logan was the T-H-E-E. But when I was the future Mrs. Sloan, it was still T-H-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
it's
that's
just
double E.
The. But, you know, just the little sis here.
The little sis of the group.
You know, trying to make this a permanent thing. As much as Marcus would not like that, it just should be permanent because there needs to be like a ladies' night out kind of situation amongst us because there's always like a vibe.
Always.
I just feel like
it's natural.
It should happen.
It makes sense.
You mean like us having our podcast?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna kick Marcus off.
No. Y'all can still have y'all.
Like,
but then we have like a little spin-off.
Yeah, little ladies.
I like it.
Okay.
I like
little
it.
spin-off.
Okay. Are we gonna have different ladies? Or just gonna be the three of us heifers? Three of us.
Maybe we'll interchange every now and then.
I mean, we could bring some people on, but
we do have a big crew.
We would be permanent. What would our show be called? Y'all got to think about that.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just keep it simple, like ladies' night. It's ladies' night.
Oh,
like
no.
I
don't
kind of
like
basic, though.
Ladies'
It's kind of basic.
night.
I'm sure there's a ladies' night podcast.
I have never heard of one.
I'm sure there probably is.
But
ours would have to be something like super cutesy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, y'all know I'm not the creative.
And I'm not either.
I'll leave that to y'all.
That's Marcus.
There you go. Oh, that is
Marcus. Please. Don't be a hater on
Joy,
this.
I mean, Nat, you came up with keeping up with the Sloans.
Keeping up with the Sloans is.
I thought that was
Marcus
so cute.
Wasn't trying to use it hater.
We wanted to change the name of the podcast. He said no. So
keeping up with the Sloans is perfect.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it.
It works.
Okay, this is Nat.
Oh, hi. I am Natalie. My Instagram is @tailored to you.
Number two.
Number two to play off my last name.
Small little tidbit. Logan's middle name is Taylor because of Natalie.
Oh, that's my boo. She literally basically just figured it like, what's a middle name? Taylor.
I was like, Natalie. Perfect. It's Taylor.
It works. Yeah, no. So I am what do I say about me? I don't know. Like,
you that bitch.
I am that bitch, but
and that bitch will forever be that bitch.
And then there's Joy.
And then there's Joy.
And then there's Joy.
She knows every song.
But
all the
Joy,
new school
me
songs.
and Joy, we are connected because what are we? We are Libra sisters. Libra gang, the best gang.
Even though they're like
our scales tip.
Yeah, y'all are so opposite.
So opposite.
We're
similar but opposite.
Yeah, very opposite.
Yeah.
Very.
There's some similarity.
Yeah, because Joy is she's an N-I-G-G-A. She's a man.
I'm really not. Houston made me this way. I was not like this before I got here.
We gonna say it's Nacogdoches.
No.
Nag didn't do it.
School.
Nag did not
She's
do it.
a little country girl from a little small town.
H-Town, got you.
Yeah, Houston
it does.
did it.
It does it.
But we're Houston girls, so
Born and raised.
We're kind of used to it, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Accept me for who I am.
We love you. We turned you out just a little bit.
Yes.
No,
a lot. Yeah.
This
really you for real, but we can get into that later.
So we have a connection. Me and Natalie, we've always had mutual friends. We both went to high school in the Sugar Land, Missouri City area, Fort Bend. So her old best friend is actually my line sister. So we've been knowing each other for years.
Everybody's always like, how long have y'all known each other? I'm like,
for years. But we became friends after college.
After college, we both worked in retail. Shout out Galleria. Hello. And then we've been friends ever since. And then our crew that I kind of merged myself in.
Yeah. So everybody knows I have my LV crew. You know, my girls from LV. Joy is the baby of the LV crew. So she came in on the tail end. I think half of them had left.
All of them, except for, was Armel still there?
No. Melly was still there?
Briefly.
Oh, okay.
Like we had a month overlap.
Okay. Yeah. So she's the last comrade from the LV crew, and we since have all parted ways. Thank God.
Everyone has departed. Cheers to LV crew.
Please, cheers.
Come on.
Because, woo.
Yes.
Where would I be without y'all?
I know. I remember when Armel left, I cried. I literally cried. I was in the kitchen crying, oh my God, our group is breaking up.
And here we are.
And here we are. And years later, we're all still super cool. So I love that for us.
All right, so what are we chatting about tonight? What are we chatting about today?
So both of these ladies are actively dating.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go
This is why I hate your married friends. This is why single women hate their married friends. She's single. I didn't ask.
They're both actively dating, very eligible, awesome, beautiful, wholesome.
Say it for the people in the back, please.
Young ladies. And so we're going to talk about dating because that's one thing that we always talk about. Where they both say, and other friends that are single say that this dating, they always say, stay married. Whatever you do, just stay married.
This is not early 2000s and our parents dating. This is the ghetto.
It's the ghetto.
It's the ghetto.
It's the shit show.
It's a shit show.
Oh, God.
It's the ghetto. And you would think, so me and Joy are 8 years apart? 8 years apart. But it's the same shit. So you would think that because I'm dating maybe a little older and she's dating, I guess now a little bit older too. But
I don't really like.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
you don't like the old men?
Not my
I like them old.
Not my old.
Okay.
I just want them my age.
Okay, so around early 30, they're all. The point is, they're all still trash. They're all still trash.
But why is that? Because me and Marcus talk about it. He has his thing. I have my thing about it.
I think it's the podcast generation, which we're on the podcast. Which we're on the irony.
The podcast generation?
I think because everybody, all of these podcasts that you listen to, Kevin Samuels, which R.I.P., but the men are the prize and all that. And I think you and Marcus talked about that. We talked about
because from that date that you had.
Oh, yeah.
Where that guy was expecting you to
court him.
I
am from the South.
Who said that?
Him.
Somebody
was
that
serious.
Somebody that doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is. Obviously, I haven't dated in quite some time.
It's a new world out here.
Yeah, but I don't hear good things from anybody.
No.
None of the girls, none of my single friends have good things to say.
I think that because, where we are, there's so many. The thing that I've always said is that it's so many options. So we're in an era where it's dating apps and there's so many different social media. So when you have all of that, there's so many options.
Yeah.
So it's whereas back in the day, we would go to Astroworld when we were young, then you would go to the club or wherever at school. But then
the JU Hall.
Ma'am, show your age. Ma'am.
I don't mind.
What was that, Stadium Bowl?
Stadium Bowl. Oh, we're so ghetto. It was so ghetto in there. Oh my God. But the Lamar Senior Girl parties were so great. I loved every single one of them.
So you had those places where you would meet, but no cell phones. There was no social media.
Well, yeah, we had cell phones not in 11th grade.
I didn't get mine until 12th. It's fine.
I was about to say, did y'all?
Ma'am, 12.
Joy.
I was like, Joy, there's an age difference.
Because by the time you graduated high school, we were done with college,
we were
right?
Done with college.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a little bit of age gap.
There is an age gap.
Here. But the dating is even from Joy's experience.
Yeah, I think I will piggyback, but y'all know I got to get into my deep moment.
There's a deep.
Because, yes, the social media is like a huge like deal breaker for a lot of people. Like that's what ruined everything. I feel like it made men very comfortable with talking to someone through a phone versus like old school. I want to go up to them and have a conversation.
Yes,
but then I also mostly feel like it's coming from this generation, mostly being raised by single moms. And I think that they don't have like that male figure. They didn't have that male figure in their lives to like show them how to court a woman.
And they both know because they were both raised in dual parent homes.
Exactly.
So,
you know, so I think that makes our standards.
Bitches. What, girl?
What did you say? What did you say?
So that's why these men be acting like bitches.
Well, I think, but that's our standard. Like, we both know our parents still married. You know, my parents, you know, are deceased, but they were married for 30 plus years.
Right.
And, like, there was just the way that it's a new generation. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I remember my mom said that back in the day, like, I was like, how did you and daddy talk? Like, you didn't have no cell phone? She's like, well, I would just wait at home. No, we not doing that at all.
Shout out to Big T. No, ma'am.
No, we not doing that. But I think it was just a difference. Like Joy said, like, they would come up and approach you. Like, a lot of these men expect you to approach them.
Or they're going to slide in your DM plus 20 other hoes DM.
Yes.
Exactly.
So and having a whole girlfriend, we just talked about this the other day.
Because I am tired of these single married men. And that's not
sick of it.
The single married men. Never mind.
Moving forward.
And we keep going. I feel like it's elevated in 2020.
It's
Inside
elevated.
joke.
It's elevated. It's elevated. It's elevated. It's elevated.
The circumstances are different. But yeah, so I agree. I agree. I think
but so in your friend circle, like 2 of your friends are now, like, one will be getting married this month, one got married last month or 2 months ago. So I mean, people are meeting people, but they had been knowing each other since college.
Yeah, like my friend who's getting married next week, she's been with him, oh my God, do I want to say like 10 years?
Okay.
And then, just now getting married.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
now you're seeing a lot of that too.
Yeah. My friend from 2 months ago, we knew him in college.
Okay.
So it wasn't necessarily anyone new. It was just to getting to know him more.
But Nat, your friend looked up and just...
Which one?
My girl. I'm invited to the wedding.
But I think that so my girlfriend, the wedding that I was just in...
No.
Which one?
You know who I'm talking about.
Who?
The triplets. That's who I'm talking about. That was like shit.
Oh yeah, so that's a good one. About one of my girlfriends is dating somebody that great caliber. We're just gonna say great caliber. And we were literally out for their birthday, and it was the old fashioned way. Yeah. Like out, and he came up,
but he's older too, right?
No,
like,
I think
he's like our age.
I think he is like 38.
Oh, okay,
like 37, 38,
okay.
And yeah, like literally the old. I don't even remember it happening, but we were just
out.
We were out,
and so you know, a lot of back in the day, because I mean that's how I met Marcus from being out. But now we don't go out.
I think that's the difference, and then a lot of it, like I do feel that because it's.
Yes, I can't.
Because of work? You got too much on your plate? Or
I just don't want to.
You don't have time.
I'm tired.
Y'all, be for real. Like, paying thousands of dollars for sections. We can go get the same bottle at the liquor store for $60. Like, be for real.
Those days are over.
Oh, my God.
Over. Oof. But I think that, like, with them, that situation, it was just different. But I think where we go out, and then also when we go out, we go to dinner, it's us. And it's like what I'm hearing from just single men that I talk to is that no man wants to go up to a group of 7 women. You know, it's just like,
well, get some balls already.
I think that's weak. I mean, but hey, you know,
because back in the day, men would do it.
Find you on Instagram.
Now that's happened to both of y'all.
Yes. And what has happened to me too is like I've been out, like, because I've been on the dating apps more than Joy has. I think, and what I've even seen happen is I will match with somebody, maybe we're messaging, or I can't even remember if he's matched with me, but then will literally message me after being out one night or like at a bar and then be like, oh, I saw you at so-and-so.
Right.
But you messaged me, but you didn't come up to me?
But another thing I remember you telling me, I think you were at an Astros game and you had saw a guy, like you and this guy saw each other and then he randomly finds you on social media.
Yes.
Like that shit is strange. It's weird.
That is weird.
People are weird.
People are weird.
What do you do? do? Like Google search her face?
I don't remember. I can't remember. That was a few years ago, but I do remember that. And I was like, just randomly, I think, and that was just like in passing.
Yeah.
And then found me and was like, hey, I saw you at what's wrong? And I was like, whoa. Clearly that didn't turn into anything.
Yeah. No. Well, now you have a good suitor. And a couple of me and Marcus's topics have been off of Natalie and some of my other friends, of course, always, you know, we kind of keep it close to home when we're talking about things because we do actively talk to each other.
Of course.
Which I think is a very big deal. Like, please talk to your friends. Like, I'm really big on friendship, as you all can tell. Very big. So, but I'm in this new thing of love. You know, I'm 40 and I'm like super no nonsense. Like, I'm gonna give motherfuckers the same energy that they give me in friendships, in life, and whatever.
Nobody's begging for friendships at 40.
Nobody's begging for friendships at 40. Like, and then we have to
Not at 30.
Not at 30 either. Just be consistent. But back to what I was saying, Natalie. How did y'all even meet?
We met on the app.
On the app.
On the dating app, which was funny because I had seen him on the dating app, and it was funny. So Hinge, shout out to Hinge. We need to get a little ad.
Yes.
Little ad time. Hinge.
Payment plan.
But anyway.
A payment plan.
Exactly. But no, so there's a section on Hinge, if you've ever been on it. No, you haven't. You have. Where there's
somebody started me like a unicorn thing on one of those. I think you remember.
Oh, it was on Bumble. Yes, I remember. That was a while ago. But yeah.
Wow.
So on Hinge, there's a spotlight where there's maybe like 5 or 6 guys that I think that it's based off of like the amount of likes that they get, and so you can give them a rose, and that's basically not just a standard like, and you only get 1 rose a week if you don't pay for it. I'm not paying for a dating app, so obviously you get the one.
So you rosed him?
No, I didn't.
Did he rose you?
No,
after?
I had seen him a few times.
The real rose.
I had seen him a few times, but I was like, you know me, because you know, like he's not my normal sitch, and so I would see some, you know, bald-headed, bearded, dark-skinned brother, and would just pass by him. And I was like, I'm not giving him my rose. But then one day I was on it, and I was just on the regular part, and he was there.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'll like him. You know, so that was just kind of like a swipe right type of thing. And we've been talking ever since.
Oh, good.
So.
Very high caliber gentleman. Joy, what's that face, Joy?
I cannot get into it.
I know.
Like everybody on there is a liar.
Because they are. A lot of them are.
Liars.
Isn't that everywhere,
entrepreneur. What are you doing? Like, tell me.
Oh, when I see entrepreneur, I'm like.
Sales at consultant. What are you consulting? Tell me. Like,
I've actually met some really good guys on there, but I've also
you are a little bit more open than Joy, too.
This is fair.
You are.
This is fair. Yeah. This is fair. And, like, my age range is a little different, too.
Yeah.
The
children. But you work, I mean, she works in, like, an environment where she constantly is in constant communication and contact with men. Like, with individuals. And we all have worked in retail before, so that's how we have this, you know, circle. But if you need anything from Fendi, go see Joy, please. This is your girl.
Shout out, please. I was surprised that we didn't do a shout out. I mean,
this is your girl.
Fendi also needs to cut a check besides mine if we're going to shout them out.
Now this is true. Then y'all know they're not doing that.
No,
they are on LVMH. They for sure aren't doing that.
This is fair. This is a fair point.
But just in case you have any needs, Fendi needs, this is your girl right here. Let your girl know, let your guys know, let your girls know. This is the girl, Joylene. Well, her name is Joy. I just call her Joylene.
Both of you.
I know, like Joylene.
But I can't even get into that because I feel like whenever I'm at work, I'm at work.
Yeah.
I don't want to mix business with pleasure.
Even though they always try.
They try. And I be like, But it's like, how do you tell somebody nicely? Like, I just have to try to be nice at work. Like, oh, well, no, but here's my business card. My business card has my work phone number on there. And then I can not respond, or I could try to keep it professional in that way. But
I hated helping men. At Louis, I hated helping them.
The word. It would be some slimy.
And you used to try to pimp me off.
Always.
Every minute.
Used to. When did that start?
She's gotten better.
Has she gotten better? Good
like,
job.
She's gotten better.
But my thing is, you're a cute girl, great personality. She loves sports.
Loves it.
Like, if I was a guy, hell, I would fuck with you. You know?
That's what I mean. I'd be like, wow, why me, God? Why do you hate me? But no, I don't know. I asked my friends, and they're like, my guy friends, you're not approachable. And I'm like, what am I supposed to be sitting there smiling?
That's the thing that I don't understand. I have literally had a guy tell me out, you need to smile more work. What, do you want me to walk around like this? Like, that's awkward.
Weird. That's what the white girls are doing.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they just going up.
They are. They will. They
Yeah,
are.
we're not doing that.
And why won't we approach?
I don't mind approaching.
I don't mind approaching. I just...
I can look at you like that's my approach.
Yeah, my
like,
approach
I can
is me
give you a
making
little
eyes
eye,
with you.
but
Yeah.
I'm not coming up to you and saying anything. Like, you can come up to me, maybe like the situation with Marcus. Gave him an eye. He came. We so happened to have a mutual friend. He came up and talked to her, and then he talked to me. And so from there, we, but I was not going to say nothing. I stalked this man on the internet for 2 weeks.
Sometimes stalking does work.
But I mean,
all right.
Never for you, Natalie. We have so many stories, but we will digress. We'll digress. We will digress.
Please.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm hoping something, if it's meant to be, comes from this current situation that you have.
The thing about it, and so one thing I will say is he's completely different from, and y'all know
totally
that,
opposite.
Completely opposite from anybody that I've ever dated, which is somewhat of a good thing.
Yeah.
I guess you
It's just weird. I mean, I just think it's like uncharted territory for you, so you don't really know how to navigate it, because he is totally different from
completely different.
Your ex.
Yes.
Lord.
Everybody should be.
Because that thing.
Okay, so enough of my dating life. What other topic?
Okay, we got some hot topics. Let's see.
Okay.
So I asked another one of my friends, so I just reached out to a few girlfriends just to like kind of see, and hopefully Marcus will be pleased. Hopefully I'm doing a good job in his eyes, because he would just be in here. Nobody's ragged on anybody yet, so that's great, because Marcus will be talking so much shit.
Because we don't do that.
That's such a hater.
We're not haters.
Yeah.
Marcus is a hater.
Love you, honey.
We love you, Marcus.
We do love you, brother.
We do.
We wish you were here. I thought you were going to be here.
You did.
Just FYI.
You did.
Yeah, you didn't tell me he was out of town.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, yeah. I thought I told you.
You told me at the house.
Oh.
I was like, Mark's out of town?
He's out of town making those dollars. So I can continue to live a soft life.
Oh, I do want to. We said that we would do so I did the poll from last week's episode.
Right.
As far as the whole, how often should wives go out of town? Marcus, you are wrong. Everybody agreed. Well, majority agreed.
That is 97%.
90s, like 73, really. Okay. Agreed that they should go as many as they want. If they want to go on as many girls trip, I was more so on the 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Like 3 to 4, because that's just a lot in itself.
But then I got
once a quarter.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I got to thinking, like, the last freaking girls trip
Was when we went
was with Armel.
Yeah.
And then the next month I went to Dubai with Rihanna. And how long ago was that?
But then we did go for the bachelor party in October. But like that was separate. Well, me, you for Shantae's.
Oh, we sure did to Vegas.
Yeah,
right.
to Vegas. So
Right.
but outside of that, like, Armel's was Miami, and that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I was like, it's not like, and I want to. Like, I want to go on more, but I'm trying to be mindful, because I do want to stay, speaking of the devil, Lord Jesus.
Oh, he called right on time.
His ears was ringing.
Your ears must be ringing.
Hey, man, listen to me. Hey.
Nobody can hear you.
Oh, hopefully they can hear him. I'm putting you on the mic.
Oh, no, listen. I'm out of town.
Thugging with my round.
I was singing that in my head.
I sung it too. Don't sing that ghetto ass song on my show.
First of all, this is not your show, sir.
How you doing, honey?
I'm doing well. Just having a little chit chat with the girls.
My ears were talking about me.
Of course we were. Talking about how much of a fucking hater you are.
That too.
Well, no, we were talking about Natalie said she did a poll on her Instagram about the girls' trip. And she was just telling us her findings, where you were wrong. Most people voted as many times as she wants, actually.
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't no husbands.
There were no husbands. Actually, well, there were no husbands. There were 3 men, though.
I know. Hey, listen, you ain't got to tell me. I know.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Marcus. Great chatting with you.
Love.
So I think like 3 to 4 times makes sense.
Yeah.
I think.
And then I also feel like it just depends. Like, it's so many of us.
Yeah.
Like, in the LV crew is 6.
Yeah.
And my Line Sister crew is 4. And my original OG crew is 4.
Yeah. I mean, you remember, like, we talk about it all the time. Like, Joy has her crew, us. I have us.
So many crews on your side.
I technically have 3 crews.
Y'all got so many friends.
I have 3 crews. I have y'all, I have Texans, and then I have my college friend.
And now you're co-workers.
And co-workers. This is true. This is
so you have a lot of crews.
But I mean, I'm technically only going on trips with those three groups. Right. So, I have gone on a co-worker trip.
See,
never mind.
But it's fine. I think it's fine as long as you are going to do things in good taste and you're not just doing too much. You're not just overly like every other week going out of town.
But I think even on that trip that we went to, what did we do on that trip?
Eat.
We ate.
I swear I was about to say this. We're going to a different city to do the same thing we do here.
Just get cute.
Literally.
And go out to cute, take pictures,
go
go eat, and get in the bed.
And get in the bed. I think there was one night in Miami where we went across
Y'all made me old.
What? No, we didn't. No, we did not. Because I will say, at 32, I was still up.
Y'all made me old, child. Come on, let's go to dinner. Like, okay.
But, I mean, what are you going to the club for?
You're right.
But you have your young crew. You have your college crew.
They're married.
Well, 2 of them are married.
2 of them are married.
So, I mean, Joy, you got to come over you got to be on the grown folks side now.
Because that's where we at.
But every now and again, it's good to like go out and like cut up. But even still, like the clubs that we go to, are they club? No,
thank you. Well, let me say that's why I'm like club,
and it's not like we dance,
not at all.
So not like anybody dances.
I do be dancing.
Sure, you gonna do a 1-2 step?
That's it.
I'm gonna do
now,
a hand
if the Tamia
up.
song comes on, I am gonna do that.
You know what I'm gonna do? I sent it to you.
I finally learned the Tamia song, so I'm like, I gotta do it.
So many times.
It's just too much.
It's easy.
It's just not.
If
it were easy, there wouldn't be dance lessons.
No, 100%. The only reason I know it is because of YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm about to say you took a little dance lesson,
and I was a dancer.
But it's too many steps.
No, it's literally. But
steps.
I think when you break it down, it makes it a lot easier. But I have been trying to do it, and everywhere I go, they don't play it, or I don't go anywhere.
Well, you need to go to like a cookout or something.
Who is having a cookout?
Child, we're gonna pull up to Savoy after this. They're gonna be playing.
Are we?
We're not.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say please.
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay, so what other things?
So I reached out to one of my good girls. Shout out to Nick. So this is her list of things. So she wanted us to discuss dating while unhealed, dating men who aren't in your tax bracket, which we really should touch on that. Dating people who quote unquote just check the boxes, but there is no connection. And that's settling. I don't even think anybody should do that. How to be in a successful relationship when the sex is whack.
Oh,
you can't.
I could talk about that, but I guess I can't.
I was like, you can't.
Oh, no, you sure can?
I surely can because I had to ditch that.
Oh, yeah. I was like, you can't.
I feel bad for him. I told my daddy about that whack ass sex and everything.
and another thing, both of these girls super close to their dads, like super daddy's girls. Like Joy and her dad are like best friends. My God, Nat and Leo were super close. Although he was a man of 2 words. Two. Very, very close.
I called my daddy today and I was like, "Do you want your phone turned off?" I ain't heard from you in about 2 days.
Oh Lord,
it's like, Joy, I'm busy.
Your feelings were hurt, Joy.
Felt a little way.
Phone to call. I don't know what's going on.
Felt a little way.
And then her last one, which I thought was good, is can men really handle a submissive woman?
That's a good one.
Okay, so let's go to the
tax bracket. Okay, so when she says like dating up, is that what she's saying?
Well,
like someone lower than ours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dating down, you know, pretty much.
Woo. Not at this point in my life.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, at 40 years old and where I'm at and the work and the investment that I've put in myself, I am just not trying to struggle with someone. Yeah. I was in a 10-year relationship where both of us were building and growing. We were 25 to 35. Right. And it's just like, you know, it's just at a different place. So therefore, like, and I'm not saying anything is wrong. Like, you know, we have that whole situation with the bus driver. The bus, Marcus. Does he own the bus? Yeah, no. Does he own the bus?
My man didn't say that. That was that lady that said
But you know Marcus with his, does he own the bus? He had an issue with the way that it was said. And I quickly picked up the phone. So you want me to date a bus driver, Marcus? Is that what you're saying?
And he's all for it.
Negative.
He's all for it. We had a conversation with my cousin the other day.
And again, I'm not saying anything is wrong with dating a bus driver at all, but I'm just saying, why do we have to lower ours when men aren't, like, what is that about? I don't know. I mean, I guess some men are. They do. Let me change that.
The wealthy ones, just like in the news the other day about Shaq liking the girl at Home Depot.
Right. Like the girl at Home Depot. With Shaq out of line.
I mean, we do kind of have it. Girls, women, we do have it a little easier.
Okay, so yes, we do. But why do we have to do that? Like, why do we have to not want a man that is just higher or the same? We were raised to be equally yoked.
Right.
That is what we were raised, biblically. So therefore, that's not yoked. If I'm going lower,
or am I yoked? Can be.
I don't know if that's financial.
Yeah,
because they didn't work. You know, it wasn't like they were bringing in any type of like.
All right, so I'll say this is fair. This is fair. Okay,
but I'm with you, sis.
Okay, so I'll say I'm not above dating below my tax bracket, as long as you are financially stable, meaning you know how to manage your money.
That's a big deal too.
That's a huge deal, especially at this deal.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, obviously I have student loans. So
fuck them student loans. Yeah. I'm not paying them student loans. I'm sorry.
August is coming up. Continue. Next
but
I don't even have a job.
Man.
Well, lucky you.
Okay? Exactly. The other of us.
I think it's just a matter of what you can do with your money, because if maybe you are getting money in a different type of way.
Yeah.
Maybe you're
and I think money management is
if you're good with your money and you're living, and I'm not saying like he has to be XYZ, I'm not trying to, it's not a priority to date someone that is like, has to make a certain amount, but it's just, I want you to at least be on the same page with me and have goals. Right. Like that, I think, is the bigger thing. Where are you at? Like, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, I think that's where my mindset is. Yeah. The dollar, whatever. But I mean, I want you to want to be having your own things, and that's okay.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I dated a guy who was not in a place where he thought he should be financially, and he, said that he couldn't date me the way that I wanted to be dated. And I didn't even, and y'all know, out of us, I am the simplest out of all our whole crew. So it was just like, okay, why would I do that with somebody that's still figuring themselves out?
Right.
Like, I think that's my thing. I want you to at least have you figured out, or trying to figure you out. I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good, I think that's the consensus with most, women of high value women.
I think ultimately you just want to make sure like you take care of home.
Yes.
And you're doing what you're supposed to be doing for the head of the house, as the head of the house, rather.
Because they still want you to submit, and they want you to follow this, speaking of Keke Palmer, with this shit that just happened with her. Like, you give me a baby, you don't marry me.
Yeah.
But now you mad that I have a see-through dress on. But you just posted a picture of me shaking my ass.
Exactly.
And you didn't
see you're mad because she was dancing with Usher.
But it's Usher.
And literally, that's his show. Right. Like, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, because don't nobody want to get herpes from Usher.
Allegedly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we're not going to do Usher like that. We're not going to do Usher like that.
Allegedly.
No, we love Usher. We love Usher.
We love Usher.
I love Usher.
People do be having STDs.
Okay, I mean, people do be having them. People be having them. But I would have danced on Usher. And I asked Marcus, like, would you feel some type of way? He was like, it's Usher.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, it's Usher.
I was like, I wish Beyonce would come by and try to dance on you. And you like, no, don't touch me.
Yeah.
I was like, boy, like, you better dance on Beyonce.
This is Beyonce.
This is Beyonce.
This is Beyonce. And this is Usher.
Right.
I think that it was the way that he said, like,
and the way he went about it, it was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like the way that, like, what were you doing?
Yeah. He was raised
too
by
much.
a single mother.
Was he?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just making
bitch tendencies. So
that was just very interesting that he was so like, you're a mom. And she's a mom of your child.
Right. But why'd you take it to social media?
I instantly thought about, like,
her
embarrassed.
He's embarrassed, but then I also thought about, like, he's not secure.
Right. And he said that. In a previous tweet.
Oh,
he said that he, like, kind of goes off and, like, says things or acts out when he is feeling a way about himself.
Okay. Because that was the thing. Because I think about, like, even my ex, like, he loved when I wore, like, fitted things.
Oh, you know, Marcus want me to be
and Marcus wants you to thought it out. Thought it out. 40. He does not care. You thought it.
You look 25.
You do look 25, friend. You do. But yeah, so that's a secure man, knowing that it doesn't matter.
Right.
You're coming back to him. So Shout out to the secure man.
Shout out to the secure man.
One thing about a secure man, baby.
What about him, girl?
You gotta never worry about it. Thank you, baby.
Folks is going back.
Thank
Who you talking about?
Like, what?
Who my man, child.
Who?
Oh, man.
We'll talk about this offline.
Who might that
He
be?
was secure. I mean, he was crazy, but he was, you know.
Yeah. They all crazy. And they talk about us being crazy.
No,
so what
like
did y'all
my
feel?
phrase is behind every
Joy
crazy woman is a man that made her that way. No woman wakes up and says, I want to be crazy today. No.
I did have two
was
really
never
crazy parents, but then I don't know. Sometimes it's just in you, but then the man just really brings it out.
Like, there were moments.
There were moments. Oh, let's not talk about moments.
Oh no, we're not. We are not.
Let's not talk about moments.
We're gonna be moving forward. Next topic.
Yeah. What do y'all feel about dating someone? Like, feel about being in a successful relationship where in the sheets it's just not cohesive?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot do it.
You cannot. I cannot.
I feel like my ex would say that about me, but
that was a lot, though.
That was
Figuratively
really and pray about
and everything else. But I was like, no, I just didn't really enjoy having sex with you. But
Because I mean, I just feel because sometimes it might be in a situation where it might be a little shrimpy. I think I've never been there.
We are not going. We're not getting there.
Okay,
we're not getting there because my thing. No,
sometimes it's shrimpy. Sometimes it's too massive.
There is definitely a too massive. Joy disagrees.
No.
Okay.
I do not disagree. There is a such thing. If you got a massive dick, you just need to be doing porn.
Exactly. There is literally a world where you will thrive.
Yes.
What's that little sex?
OnlyFans.
There's a world where you will thrive. I need a text.
Girl,
are you
do you have
OnlyFans?
Do you have one that I don't know about?
One is not. It's ouch.
And you feel my pain.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Actually.
Yeah. So we. I'm not gonna say who, but we talked about a situation where somebody was a little shrimpy.
Yeah.
And it just great man.
Yeah.
Great.
But you could not make it work. We couldn't make it. Leave it to me.
See, that's where our scales tip different because I keep it playing at all times.
I don't.
She's so good.
She's a sweet baby girl.
A sweet little baby girl. I'm sorry. But you just couldn't do it.
I couldn't. I tried, but I just was like.
And I was really like with it, like
rooting.
I was rooting.
I thought that was actually gonna work,
I
too.
was really rooting because he checks all the boxes. Successful, hustler, got his own shit, cool.
Yeah,
he was cute.
Yeah,
His hair was a little nappy, but
Brandi, sorry, man. Want to get a little, what is that?
Okay,
Jerry Curl soul glow in her?
I'm screaming.
Screaming.
I am cackling.
but cute nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
How long do you give that to see if you can get past it? Like, what's the time frame that you could give it to really just see, like, okay.
Joy is like, what?
There was
immediately?
But
you try because you you do like the person.
Yeah.
And so you do try.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't work. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I wonder if guys do us, like, because I always think, like, it's cooch. So to me, it's like, I feel like inside it feels the same, but I've been told that that's not true.
Evidently, it is not true. But then I literally saw a homeless person pregnant the other day, and I was just like, how?
Well, they be out there fucking. They do.
On drugs.
On drugs.
I can't. It stresses me out.
Yeah.
No.
And I hate the situation for the baby. I've always really wanted to open, I say this all the time. Marcus is, shut up, babe. I want to open up like a home for the homeless. That was one of my, that's one of my goals.
Aww.
Hopefully they will come. But, half the time they want to be out there because they don't want any structure and rules and all of that stuff. But I would love to open up like a home for the homeless.
Yeah. Yeah.
But... yeah, that's a long-term goal.
Good job, B.
Yeah, you know,
Just
I
giving
have that little
back.
humanitarian in me, you know.
Love that for you.
Shout out to the case. Little community service project.
I love it.
Yes. Okay, so we touched on the sex is terrible. You can't. Consensus we can't do it. Terrible good and terrible bad, because you couldn't do terrible good.
Just because it is big does not mean it is
Well,
good.
now this is
Let's
true.
have a whole nother conversation.
This is true.
Just because it is big does not mean that it is good. It is big. Because there are other things that go into it, and that I think too, when you're talking about somebody with a large penis, there's other things that go into
the guys out there listening like, what the fuck?
Marcus gonna see this shit and be like, hell no.
It's just a fact, but I digress. We don't even have to harp on it.
Yeah.
We don't have to harp on it.
Okay, so Nick, that was for you. And so dating while unhealed.
Ooh.
I think we've all done that. I for sure tried to do it, and it did not work well for me at all.
No, I will say being in therapy, shout out to therapy.
We implore all women of color to get a therapist.
Yes.
And men of color. There's nothing wrong. I know black people think something wrong with having a therapist and talking to somebody. It is a good thing.
It is a great thing. And I think that has helped me a lot in the way that I am dating now. And because obviously like being older, like, and wanting to be married, wanting to have a child, you know, and it's just like, like that anxiety. So it's like, I think I was going into every situation. This is it. Yeah. And it's just like, I think, you know, the biggest thing that I've learned is just don't date with the mindset of this is going to be it. Like just date. Yeah. And so I think,
and you always talk shit about me for that. And when I was dating, because I was dating. I'm gonna date.
You date multiple people. You dated multiple people. Like
that's what dating is.
I know, but like for me, and that's the thing that's, and I have done that, but it's just like, well, how do you figure out which one you like?
Well, you start liking people too quick.
I know.
You really do.
I do.
I'm gonna go have me a good time.
This is true. But what I look at it is like, if I don't like you, I don't want to be
wasting your time.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I can buy my own meal.
But my thing is, I might not want to be with you, but there's something about you that I do enjoy. Like, I enjoy your company. You're funny. You know, something like, not that I want to marry you today. Now, it might grow. I mean, we've all had guys that we never thought would have us in any way, shape, or form. 100%. But they grew on us.
This is true.
So
this is very true. Very true.
It can happen.
Yeah.
So you just never know, because they might not have the looks on.
It's the looks. That's what I was about to ask. Like, how do you date an ugly man?
People do it all the time.
I can't.
People do it all the time.
But I think that the person. So for me, like,
yes, shallow.
It is very shallow. Shallow. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you want to be attracted to your partner.
Well, so, and that is the big thing for me too. Like, it is the attraction, and you know, I think our friend Walker posted this the other day, where it's like everybody's like, you need to settle for this. Why?
Oh yeah, she was like, I was like, don't you ever. She was like, don't ever let me do that again.
What?
I was like, when she posted that, I was like, no, you don't need to settle.
Yeah,
because you know she had got herself in a situation,
which we not. But I'm like, don't. And I think that like, and there's different levels of settling, you know, obviously, and I think.
You want some more, Joy?
Absolutely.
Joy's gonna get
Not
another.
supposed to be drinking during the week.
All right.
Awkward.
The wedding is next week, so you'll be fine.
You right. Them pounds ain't going nowhere if they ain't went now.
Exactly.
I mean, don't say that, because I'm thinking that I'm gonna lose some before Tulum. I'm not. I'm not. It's fine.
You might.
We'll see.
You got the diabetes medicine,
Ma'am.
I'm yelling.
Just
I'm
you
screaming.
do have the diabetes medicine. You
It
know,
is just in the fridge.
drop a few pounds.
We do not condone that. We do not. We do not.
Pull up to the house later.
Girl, pull up.
not.
Pull up on me.
Next topic. Okay, what were we talking about?
Dating someone who, like, dating an unhealed.
Unhealed. So yes, circling back, therapy I definitely think has changed my outlook on dating. And I do think there are definitely different things that I didn't even realize about me or my parents that impacted like the way that I dated and things like that. Like, and there's a lot of things that we don't think that impact us,
And they do.
but they do.
Yeah, they
and
really
so a big way of how I was dating was subconsciously like how my parents were, but things were different for them then, right? You know, so I think it has definitely helped, and especially in this new situation that I'm in, things that I would have been like, oh, I'm done. Making it through.
We talk you off the ledge.
Y'all do talk me off the ledge. Thank you, friends. Sure. Ma'am, I've talked myself off the ledge too. So because
sometimes we just kind of get set in our own, and not that it's the best way of thinking or being, but we kind of get set in certain things or thought processes that we had, and just because the person is not what we envisioned that we would be with or something like that, we kind of like, every little thing is like, he said this, he did that, he wore this, those shoes.
Those
But those type of things you can change.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can't change someone's face.
Like the core values. You cannot change somebody's face.
You cannot change someone's face.
But again, sometimes when you like get into somebody, like the looks become secondary. Because I know several women, that have very unattractive husbands.
Not the several.
And they seem to be living just a nice, happy, joyous life after having been through relationships with the cutest man and the men with money.
I don't want them cute. I want them mid. Just
mid. A mid-major.
Just mid.
Mid-major plus.
Well, and when I think it's attraction, and there's different things that go into it. Like, I remember my first love, like, conventionally not cute,
right?
Conventionally not cute,
but the best,
but like great personality. Like I remember our first
Joy,
date.
you yawning? We boring you, Joy?
No, child,
wake up, sis.
Sleepy.
I'm not.
It's
no,
old hoes.
We
I got up at 6 and I went to Pilates.
Man,
and
I got up too. I definitely didn't.
I went to Pilates and
I had
then
a day at
work.
I had a day. A day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy those days are over.
Man.
I miss it sometimes, but yeah. And so when me and Marcus like stopped talking, I started dating this other guy, super like attractive, tall, tattoos, had a little change. I moved to Seattle from Houston, like really trying to, like, okay, like let me see where this is gonna go. I'm like all in, quote unquote, even though my heart wasn't there, and it just wasn't a good situation. Yeah, it fucked him up. Yeah. Mentally, where he put his hands on me, because it was a lot. So I should have like just not even did that. I should have just.
But I think that there was a little bit in there too. You were also trying to get over.
I was trying to, but I was unhealed.
This is true. This is true, because you weren't ever going to fully be able to get into that, right? Because you weren't over that situation. Exactly, which is fair. Yeah. So all in all, probably. But I think we're all going to date unhealed, but I think like you said in the beginning, if you feel like you are, you have to recognize it, right? Like, and I knew I didn't like the way that I was dating. I was like, something's got to change. Yeah. So
that was a tough few years, girl. Lord Jesus,
Lord,
these niggas.
We getting better.
We are getting better, and you're getting a lot better.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Hashtag flowers.
Give her flowers while she's still here, honey.
All right.
Oh my God, you got 2 bouquets of flowers today.
I did get 2 bouquets of flowers. Lord.
Good job.
You just had to remind him.
Good job, pilot.
Oh my God.
What's the next? Is there another girl?
No, that was just, it was just Shanika. I'm talking about a few friends. It was just one. Hey, girl. Yeah.
Oh, I think we were talking. One of my friends was saying.
Oh, you said you're talking to your coworkers or something.
Yeah. So dating, and I think we talked about dating at like our age group, but then also like dating like men and empathy. Like that was something that we talked about, and it's just like that is something like I've realized that is a big deal for me. Yeah. Like having a man that is empathetic. Like, is that something that matters to you? Like, what thoughts on that?
For me, it does, and I mean, I am blessed to have one that is almost too empathetic. Even though I'm like a tough girl on the, like I'm a little.
You have a hard exterior, but you're very soft.
Very soft on the inside.
You're a little crybaby.
I am. I will cry. Yeah. So, but I do have a very tough exterior. Like those who know, you know, you know me. If you don't, fuck you. But I mean, I think that it's a big deal, especially if that's something that and you need that because you are very like sweet and like just soft and emotional and you know, so you can't, and you dealt with somebody who wasn't very empathetic for such a long time.
And I think that that's what's made it such a bigger deal and just like more of an awareness of that is because that was something that I did deal with and I didn't like it.
Yeah. But and your dad wasn't very empathetic, huh?
I mean, my dad was in a sense. My dad was just very quiet. Yeah. Like he was just, to himself. But I mean, there was never like a sense if something was going on, you know, he could show empathy in that.
Okay.
You know, and I think, like, if I was struggling in school or anything like that, like, I could talk to my dad. You know, so it's just, like, I want that same thing for my partner.
Y'all are so blessed. I'm so jealous.
But you know
I'll
what?
lend them out only for just like a little
Girl, no, you won't.
No,
What?
I really won't.
Oh, wait, what's another thing we talked about?
I'll lend
Speaking
them out.
of us having good fathers and
Oh,
being close to our
Lord
dad,
Jesus.
our thoughts on calling our men daddy.
I'm not above it because I don't call my dad daddy.
See,
I
I
call
call
him dad.
See, I've always called my dad.
Logan.
Logan.
I say hi, dad.
No, I love my dad. Has been deceased for 6 years, and he is still in my phone as Leo Taylor, daddy.
Yeah.
Like, I always call him that. So it's like me calling another man daddy. Ooh,
I just haven't heard that
Is he
term in
cringe?
so long.
it is because I'm gonna think of my dad.
Are you?
Yes, like
During Pound Town, you thinking
that's
of
what
Leo?
I'm saying. Like, and I don't want to. So I'm like, I can't call you daddy.
Well, maybe it's a little easier for me because hell, I ain't having
It's
a daddy to
fair,
call
but I'm
daddy.
like, I can't call you daddy while I'm
But I
on
think
top of
also like that's the thing when you have kids with someone like and
okay,
you
talk
say
to daddy,
yeah.
like, yeah. So that makes sense.
Just
But I
before the
also
children.
think, okay, so then y'all know my thoughts on this.
I just tried to smooth it over.
Real quick, she was doing it before the
This is before the children.
next topic. But I think also when we say daddy, like if I for
It's
me
some things that come with that.
exactly. That for me, like I'm not just calling you daddy because you putting your dick inside of me.
Oh,
Sorry, vulgar.
vulgar. Don't have to
Please. Mind you, I said penis.
Exactly. Now the real ratchet side coming out.
Now I'm getting mad.
Mind you. But I think that that's the thing. Like, that doesn't entitle you to be that.
No, it does
like,
not.
There are things that come. I mean, am I wrong? Y'all tell me.
No, but my question is, are you expressing what things would make you call him daddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But my thing, is it a little lame for
yes.
a man to like y'all to even have a conversation? Shouldn't that just come out of your mouth just
Yeah,
naturally?
I
If
think
that's
that's-
what
Yes. Like, I don't like. Should a man want a woman to call him daddy? That just seems weird.
these men are weird.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Like
tripping.
weird shit.
I don't know.
know.
Like, I don't think that should be, and especially early.
Right.
Like, that's my thing. Like, again, and it goes, just because we are sleeping together does not mean that you are entitled for me to call you that. Like, what are you doing?
Have you ever called anybody that?
No. Like, I'm really trying to think. Like, it is just something that I've never been for just because of my relationship
your
with my
relationship
father.
with your dad.
Like, I called my daddy, like, I would walk into the house, daddy, and I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, I don't know. That's just,
I haven't heard that term in so long. Daddy. I call him dad. My brother calls him pops. And just
So you wouldn't be opposed to calling your boo daddy?
no, you know the one. I used to call him daddy all the time.
The one.
What's up,
the
daddy?
one.
The one.
What up, daddy?
But he
What
was
up, daddy?
handling daddy
Man,
business too.
He was handling daddy business.
That be the key.
That is what I'm saying. I will have no issues probably doing that if you were doing what my father did for me.
Now, and and a lot of guys, they don't really, especially for y'all, you know, who grew up with very active fathers in the home, or it's different. Shit, your daddy, girl, was paying your car note
Up until he passed.
up until and she was clearly 30.
34. Like, I mean, literally, shout out to the good daddy.
Shout out to the good. They're important.
Ow.
They are
huge.
They really
Men,
are.
be good fathers to your children.
Please.
Especially your daughters.
Please.
No, I would say like that is the best thing, one of the best things that a woman can ask for. Like when I have kids, like I just hope and pray, please just go on over to your daddy, child. Like if I have a little girl, like how Logan is with Marcus, like please let that relationship flourish
Oh, yeah.
because that is the best thing.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Ever.
It's
Yeah.
huge. And I think that it's great, but then it also is kind of bad because your expectations are a little higher.
That's
Like,
not
But I don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't either. I don't think it's a bad thing, but some people do. Like,
Well, then those are the people that are not for you.
Correct.
This is true. This is true.
Because like I said, and I think I talked about this on our last podcast with Marcus, like I feel like there's everybody, you know, there's a person for everybody.
100%.
People need to just be in their lane with that particular person. You don't need to go over here and deal with somebody who has a little bit of money but is not fucking empathetic, you know, hypothetically speaking. Or, you know, the person doesn't need to deal with you because you, whatever, he has a fetish for dating an old cheerleader. Shout out to the Texans.
I still need a payment.
But you are, you know, you hang out with your friends too much or you work too hard. Like, you know, there's somebody for everybody. That's just how I feel.
No, I think so too, for sure. And I think that when it comes to dating in this day and age, I think that for me, a big piece is like, if you aren't willing to accept me in like my worst, you know, because I'm not going to be perfect all the time.
Right.
And I think also understanding, because I do feel just kind of full circle going into like, there's so many options with dating. I think that a lot of like this whole green flag, red flag, which is a big deal. And you should look for red flags and green flags for sure. But I think that people are so easy to be like, oop, red flag, I gotta go.
I can't go.
I can't go. But my thing is, you don't like Marcus every day.
No.
Marcus doesn't like you every day. He probably does, actually.
No, he doesn't.
But, like, that is a relationship. Right. And I think that so many people, or what I've seen or heard, you know, is, oh, one red flag, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But you're
now, as long as it's not a major red flag, you know, as long as it's something.
If he beating your ass,
then
that's
you
a
got
major
to
red
go.
flag. Huge. Right. But if it's just like, oh, she had an off day.
Right.
Or he had an off day.
Or is it something that, you know, like you talked about with the empathy with your guy, like it's something that he is aware of and he's working on it. You know, so I think that that's, although it's a red flag, it's
I think it's also self-awareness.
Yeah,
it's a self-awareness. Like, it's a red flag, like, ooh, because that is something that struggles, but it's a green flag because you
acknowledged it, you recognized it, and you want to rectify it.
You want to try to fix it. It just took 2 weeks, but you
I think ultimately it's just giving grace.
Yeah. Yes, that's the biggest
grace.
thing. And I feel like that, I think if I can sum up my biggest issue with dating.
I don't give grace.
You just telling people you gotta give grace, but you don't give it.
Joy, you're messing up my whole point. Right?
And you do give grace.
Yes, you do.
She just act like she's so
hard. Because I got my foot on 2 niggas' necks right now, and I ain't giving no grace.
We'll do it.
Oh,
none.
God. Why not, Joy?
Why are you on those necks?
Don't pull a me on me.
Oh, so you feeling away? You feeling?
Who do y'all think I am?
You feeling away?
Go ahead with your point. But,
my point, I was just saying, I think you do have to give people grace to an extent, especially early on in dating, because somebody may have an off day, and so it's like, okay, is that them or is that them? You know, so I don't know. That's my thought process when it comes to
I'm claiming it. I'm claiming 2023, 2024 for everybody. One of our friends has already planned her whole wedding. No boyfriend.
No boyfriend. I said, so not even engagement? I'm like, wait a minute.
By the end of this year?
I said, you're about to Chloe and Lamar it.
By the end of this year, she's going to be married.
No, next summer. She wants to be married by next
1 year.
Summer.
No boyfriend yet, but she has planned her whole wedding, and she was like, this is what's going to happen.
She's claiming it.
But with God, anything is possible.
Hallelujah.
You just gotta have a mustard seed.
Mustard seed.
Are we going to church?
Okay.
Take them to church.
Baby, I've been in my Bible. I've been watching Brother TD. Sister Sarah. Ooh, that's my girl.
That wig fell off.
That wig fell off.
That wig fell off. And she said she had to keep it going. You kept it going.
I'm just gonna take it off.
No, that wig was already off. So
mustard seed. That's all it is. Sliding. So yeah, like if you manifest it, write it down. You can see it to fruition.
Absolutely. I think that is if you put out like what you want and write it. Like something that I've been trying to do better at is like writing. You know, and not just like saying it, but like actually physically writing. I'm not great at it, but you know, I mean, I'm just seeing, because I refuse to be in another wedding that isn't my own. I refuse.
That's what happens when you have so many goddamn friends.
All right. I think I'm retiring. I think I've retired from the weddings after this last one.
Well, what about Vanessa? Exactly.
I forgot about that one. I had already committed, so that's.
And then Danielle will have a wedding.
That's what she was in I was in the first one and it didn't work, so I'm a bad luck charm. Thank you.
Oh no.
What? I'm not. I've already communicated that. Please edit that.
And won't.
We cannot.
It's
we
live.
I was like, please edit that.
We were going to touch a little bit on fashion. What's the tea there?
Yeah. So, Natalie, how many minutes we got?
1.
Okay, God. . 'Cause, God. Oh, God. 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 'Cause, God. a group of her friends, and I was like, what do they do? Like, what do Marcus and Brandi do? And I'm just like, look, people think you don't have to have a lot of money to be fashionable. And we work in retail, so we know like the ins and outs. And again, everybody knows I'm not buying shit regular price, nothing. Zilch, nada, unless I just absolutely have to. Christian Dior. If anybody got a Christian Dior hookup, please let me know. Other than that,
motherfuckers be stingy though. Oof.
Well, see, and I was never stingy. I gave everybody.
I definitely did.
Everybody.
I definitely did. I used to get buddy pass giving my discount.
I be pimping y'all discount out. Y'all want something? Let me tell. I got a friend.
Literally.
Well, only you, because you're the only one left in retail.
Still holding it down.
But it doesn't cost much. It really does not. There's so many like sites. You got Zara's, Shein.
Even though we can't really do Shein.
Pretty Little Things.
Pretty Little Things, Fashion Nova, Mika's. Because, the little child labor.
Just sit. Because I definitely have stuff in the cart.
And that's your little thing. As long as you have a nice shoe and a cute bag, I feel like that can make any outfit. And as long as you have the confidence. Because that's another thing. Really the biggest thing. We're talking about that with the guys.
The confidence.
It's the confidence.
It's the confidence.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like our girl chat.
I know.
What is this? We're making it a permanent segment.
It's Marcus,
monthly.
Please, come on now.
Monthly.
My girl needs this. Natalie needs this. I need this. Like
the other ladies need this.
Other ladies.
We're not out spending money.
Yeah.
No.
Even though we're going can you send us some funds for dinner? Because we feel
Wait a goddamn minute.
I'm just saying.
Joy's making a plea here.
I'm just like, we filled in for you. You was going out of town.
Y'all did a good job. Thank y'all for coming to hang.
We were good co-hosts. Cheers.
Y'all were.
Yeah,
cheers.
Hey, call me anytime.
Anytime.
We can talk sports too.
Yes, these would be the two. These are the two
talk
sports girls.
We can,
y'all know I can't. We know Brandi can.
No,
I can look cute. I can talk about some fashion and sports or something like that. That's what I'm telling Mark. I was like, if you had like PJ Tucker or something on here, then maybe I could do that because we could talk fashion. Y'all could talk sports.
And personally, I feel like, especially basketball, like they're all about the fashion.
All about it.
Sports.
Now let's pray and like receive that those type of people come on the podcast.
Yes,
they will.
They will. Manifestation.
Amen.
Manifesting.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Ahead of time.
What is it?
Okay, well, this was, I didn't even do it right. Oops, sorry, babe. This is season 2, episode 3. Signing off with the ladies on our first of many Lady Talk Thursdays.
Lady Talk.
I don't know.
Okay,
thank y'all.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We love you.
Hey, we love you.